Yeah. Are you ready?
This is the TMCU, we save the world, me and you. No matter the fight, we will always rise. The invaders help us, and we help them. Now it's time to defend. We will fight to the end, time to avenge. Friends along the way, help us save the world, never back down. Always be proud, we are the TMCU. Yeah, I give you strength, and you give me strength. Love and gratitude never die. Friends around us as we touch the sky. TMCU! Yeah!
Now this is Black Widow and the Hawkeyed Warrior by Tyson. My name is Agent Romanoff of the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logic Division. Alarms go off through the SHIELD helicarrier. Agent Bob yells, "Fury, there's been a breach in the raft!" Fury looks at his computer and yells out, "Get Agent Romanoff and the captain there, now!" Agent Hill replies, "The captain is busy." Fury says, "Then who are we sending? We can't send Stark or Banner. They aren't ready." Natasha says, "I can do it myself, and Coulson can tag along." "Fine, but I'll have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ready just in case," Fury says. Time passes, and Natasha and Coulson are on a jet next to the rift. Coulson tells Fury through the radio, "Captain Fury, we need some backup. They seem to be using a powerful drill that's blasting a laser of energy through the walls to break criminals out." "There's no need for backup," one of the men on the jet says. Natasha looks over and sees a man with a hood covering his face. He takes off the hood and says, "Ha! The backup is here. Name's Clint Barson. You can call me Hawkeye." He pulls out a bow out of his bag. "Fury sent me. He knew you would need the help. I'll stay up here. You guys can go stop this breakout," Coulson says. Hawkeye and Natasha jump out of the plane and land on the hard ground. "Ha! That was not a superhero landing," says Hawkeye. Anyways, what do I call you?" Hawkeye says. Natasha says, "Call me Black Widow. When I'm on missions anyways. Need to stop these guys." The two carefully walk into the rift. "Agent Romanoff!" Black Widow looks up. "I was expecting you." A mysterious man jumps down from the top floor of the prison. "I am the Taskmaster, the ultimate copycat, and I've been watching you. I saw your battle against Agent Ross, and I could do better." Black Widow shoots at him and rushes at him. Taskmaster smacks her with the back of his sword and hits her with his shield. Hawkeye shoots an arrow at him and he catches it midair. "What the fuck?" Then Taskmaster runs over and throws Clint to the ground. "Language, please," Taskmaster says. Who are you?" Black Widow says. "I am here to collect a bounty on your head and to free someone special." Taskmaster picks Natasha up and puts his sword up to her neck. "But the General wants you alive." Then he drops her on the floor. Natasha is shocked and says, "The General? General Ross?" Taskmaster laughs. "Bingo! We'll finish the job this time." Bang! Bash! Hawkeye smacks Taskmaster over the head with his bow, and Black Widow jumps up and kicks him in the body. Black Widow and Taskmaster start throwing hands and kicks. "I've been shot before. This is nothing," says Natasha. Taskmaster dodges the punch as well and throws some back, but Natasha kicks him and throws him against the wall. Then he elbows her in the neck and kicks him in the ribs. "Got me good." Taskmaster lands a right hook on the chin. "Got you better." Hawkeye runs in and goes to hit Taskmaster, but he gets hit to the floor. 2-on-1 doesn't seem fair. Being honest, Hawkeye looks up to see a man in purple with a sword and gun. "Name is Baron Zemo. You're not part of the contract, so I'll just kill you and take the girl." Hawkeye punches him and disarms Zemo. Zemo then punches Hawkeye in the body and lands an overhead left to the ear. "I am simply better than you." Zemo slams Hawkeye through a cell door. Hawkeye reverses the position and punches him in the face over and over. Cut back to Black Widow. She lands a takedown on Taskmaster. "I learned judo growing up. Taskmaster tries to power his way out of the situation, then Black Widow puts him in an armbar. Black Widow is about to break his arm when he lifts her up and swings her to the wall of the jail. She gets back up and pulls a knife out that she had hidden in her suit. And as Taskmaster goes to hit her again, she stabs him in the chest and kicks him in the head, knocking him out. Cut back to Hawkeye. Hawkeye and Zemo are still throwing down, and Hawkeye is starting to slow down. Haha, what's wrong, American? Can't handle the greatest fighter in the world? Said Zemo. And as he lands a clean big hook, dropping Hawkeye, Hawkeye says, maybe I can't. She can. Zemo turns around and Black Widow kicks him with a kick, sending him flying in the air. Hawkeye runs up and grabs his bow and arrows while Black Widow starts to fight Zemo. Black Widow and Zemo are having a close fight, with Zemo is out-muscling her. Silly woman thinks she can beat a man, Black Widow says. I could do anything you can do. Better! Then she elbows him in the face, ripping his mask. Aren't I handsome? Then he grabs his sword and swings it at Natasha. She rolls out of the way and Zemo swings again. Zemo puts his all into it and he yells in pain. Bingo! Hawkeye shot him in his leg. Widow and Hawkeye both hurt into the cell block Ross should be at. Natasha looks around and it's pretty much empty, but Ross is locked in a super high security part of the rift due to his power. Black Widow and Hawkeye walk to his cell and talk. Natasha asks him why he chooses to do this. Clint says, I may not be a highly known agent, but I feel like I'm the most skilled. I just haven't been able to show it. Clint looks at her, and that's not all. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out his wallet. Also, I do it for them. I do it for my wife and my kid. And shows her a family picture. The two approach the cell of Ross, and Ross is still in there. Natasha looks at Ross. Your game is over. Your plan failed. Ross looks at her. Did it really? Natasha replies, let me guess. He's right behind me, isn't he? Taskmaster swings at Natasha, but she dodges it. Then Taskmaster dodges everything Black Widow throws and hits her back, dropping her. Ross says, you can kill her for me then. Taskmaster pulls out his sword. Okay, boss. Taskmaster tries to stab her and she moves out of the way. Hawkeye shoots an arrow at Taskmaster. Taskmaster catches it. Hawkeye says, ha! I was expecting that, actually. Take this! Then the arrow blows up in Taskmaster's hand and knocking him down. Black Widow ties him up by his feet and hands. Nick Fury, through the radio, congratulates them on defeating Taskmaster, but gives them the news that Zemo got away. The jets land, trying to help the raft, and Spider-Man and the Defenders are trying to keep criminals from escaping. Black Widow and Hawkeye get in the jet back to the helicarrier. Days later, Nick Fury calls Black Widow up. Agent Romanoff, you have helped us out on so many different occasions. How do you feel about joining my little Avengers project? Natasha says yes to the offer. Nick Fury looks at Hawkeye. Ha! Put you on that mission as a test to see if you're ready to be one of the big dogs. See if you could be out in battle with Coulson and them. But after what you do, Clint, you are now a member of the Avengers. What do you think? Clint says, yes, Captain Fury. You'll be ready whenever you call me. And that was by Tyson. Now this is the post-credit scene. Baron Zemo wakes up in a weird place. What? How did I get here? Last time I remember, I was shot in the leg. A mysterious voice replies, welcome to Latveria. The end.